opinion. And so, well, they didn't get to play with them, but they got to meet them and go to their shows. And they saw what these bands in South California were doing in terms of setting their own shows up and not being about the industry at all, and fired them up. They came back to DC, and they started to see mainly out of kids as young as you all. The people who offered the whole DIY scene were mainly from 15 to 17. Okay, and what they created was a scene where it became, it's like everything that you thought you had to do because you were too young and you were getting left out of the main system, that became the symbol for what was great. So, you know, you couldn't go into bars, and if you did, they put a big X on your hand to say, you're too young to drink. Well, great, now we're going to put an X on our hand on purpose, and we're going to decide not to drink. Okay? Yeah. And, okay, you're too young to sign a contract and get a booker. Great, who the hell needs a booker? We'll book our own damn shows. We'll put on our own shows in our own houses, and we'll create a network of bands that are doing this kind of thing. And it didn't take too long before bands were literally touring the country because there were other kids in other towns who were just so as fed up with this whole thing as they were, and they had their own system. They made their own T-shirts. They started to learn how to silk screen, which is still the case. I don't know if y'all do that, but you know, every band learns how to do silk screening so they can make their own shirt. I didn't wear one today, but yeah, I have a whole closet full of these shirts, and some of them are really beautiful shirts that bands have made to say, this is my shirt, this is what my, you know, this is to help you remember my band, but also I make this shirt and I sell this shirt and that gives me gas money to be able to go to the next stop. They would record their own CDs back then. They were cassette tapes. They'd record their own cassette tapes, reproduce them, make packaging for it, print out all the words, and sell these too. So everything was being done by themselves. That's why it's called DIY, do it yourself. And so Teen Idols broke up, and they created Minor Threat, which was a really significant band. And the first band to promote the idea of straight edge, which is people that decide they are not going to drink, they're not going to do drugs, they're not going to smoke. Some of it extends even beyond that, and because they're not going to engage in premarital sex. And it's certainly part of the straight edge canon also is no prejudice. Because this is another thing that was beginning to, particularly Boston, which is close to DC, they were starting to get some groups up that were highly prejudiced against other groups, specifically gays and black folk. So that's the history of it. So when you say like 80s hardcore punk, that's the source of it. So do you have a DIY space in Salt Lake City? Can you talk about it?
Yes, we do. We've had a few of them. I actually run sound at it. It's basically it's a venue that's having an auto garage complex. The lack of all of these venues in Salt Lake, there's a giant lack of all of these venues. So we've actually gone as far as to, if we can't find a space, we'll take a generator out to the mountains and have outdoor shows for massive outdoor bonfires and stuff. But the space we have now, it's it's just a big garage. We put some pretty good sound gear in there. We run our own sound. We set up all the shows for it. And yeah.
Right.
Yeah, well, it's gotten a lot easier with the internet. You can always make something work. I hear stories back in the day you had to have phone numbers, and I don't know if they did like scenes to have contacts, but
Yep.
it seems pretty intimidating things then. It's not easy now.
It's sort of and CDs.
Yeah.
Shit. I mean, that just changes everything. doesn't it?
Digital music's the one too.
Yeah, digital music now, you know. I mean, these guys said something really great last night. I don't know which one. And said that yeah, we have our music up on Bandcamp. You can get it for free there. But if you want to buy stuff, it helps us get to the next destination. So, but it points at something really important that Fuchs was talking about, I think.
Yeah.
And that's the role of music and the relation that has to business, and we'll talk about that one.
I think the relation music has to business is kind of become perverted probably. I don't think that there really should be much of a relation. I don't people a lot of people make a lot of money on something that's supposed to be really genuine, and it becomes something that isn't. that's what DIY is about. It's like not having the resources to do something but doing it anyway. And I think a lot of people in big music business would prefer that only people with money had access to music, and we don't agree with that one bit.
Yeah, I just want to say that my very favorite thing about music, like being on this tour, and always my favorite thing about music, and I think you guys have played this here, is just connecting to people through music, because like, I mean, music is amazing, but people are even more amazing. And connecting to people, like meeting Mark, and like even meeting all of you, like this is really cool. Meeting everyone, we've met a lot of really cool people in Milwaukee. It's just the greatest thing, meeting people like us, and even people who just love music, share love for music. It's amazing.
Making friends.
Making friends.
Yeah, I was telling Sean last night, it's like the idea, because like you guys know each other really well, you know each other's words, and to the extent you're playing with each other, you know, and that whole, I don't remember where, but recently I read someone talking about that functionally actually you should always be playing to your friends. If you're not playing to your friends, then who the hell are you playing for? What does this mean anyway? And it's, but the great thing about a DIY tour is you make new friends. You know, I mean, next time you come back here, you're gonna have probably 2 or 3 more friends here than you came with, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And the great thing about music, I mean, to me especially, is like it's so like you're so vulnerable when you're playing music to people, like with people especially. I mean, like you start a band and you're like you're putting yourself out there, like with your talent. You're like, okay, well, this is what I can do. What can you guys do with it? And it's really, really like special to be coming out to tour and playing every night, because like you don't know how people are gonna accept you. Like there's no people can hate you. We've played shows where like people don't receive us very well, and like that's okay. I mean, it's our music's not for everyone, but it's a really, really vulnerable thing, and so it's really, really cool when people come out and like say how much they like our music, and like see how many kids come out and like connect with us. It's just such a powerful thing with music.
Or just to go as far as to seeing people in states and cities that you've never been and sing along to your songs. And yeah, I mean, we have, most of us haven't even been farther east than like Denver, Colorado, which is pretty far west. So to have people in Milwaukee singing along to our songs and enjoying it as much as we do is one of the most rewarding feelings that I could personally ever feel.
Yeah, and it's like you're right there with them, you know. Like mainstream music, you're so separated. Like they're on this big stage, and it's like they're above you and stuff, you know. Whereas like in DIY, it's just more like you're with people, you know. Like you're all just like sharing in the moment, you know. And that's just like really special, you know.
You guys have any questions? Say something. All right.
Well, how long have you guys been playing?
Playing music or well, for me, my mom was a piano teacher, so she taught me piano when I was like 5, and then so I've been playing music ever since then. Guitar since I was about 12.
Me too.
Nice.
I mean, how long have you been playing the band?
Oh.
Treehouse has been a band for probably 2 years. We took about a 5-month hiatus. It's been about 2 years since we actually started. We had a different singer when we first started. And he ended up wanting to go to Oakland, California, and live out there. So we ended up finding Alan, and Alan was just better fit for us. So Treehouse is 2 years. I'm not sure about that, right?
No, we don't have been together for a little bit of a year. The first show was back in like March of 2011. This lineup has been playing together since
July 7th.
July 7th, the last Treehouse show.
So a year ago.
No, a
yesterday.
year ago. Not
A year
July
ago, a
7th.
couple days ago, yeah. That's when we had Sam.
We had a bunch. We had a couple different people.
Yeah, we had a couple different people at one time, but yeah, this is our current lineup, and it's worked the best. It's what we recorded with and everything, so it's the lineup that we accepted as a band. So yeah. Any other questions at all?
What do you think is most important? What's like the most important characteristic of your music? If you, like there's one element of it that's just like that I can't sacrifice.
Emotion.
Yeah, easy.
That's how, in my opinion, that's how all music should be. I mean, you go to like a symphony or something, I mean, like, and especially in your guys' situation, it's like you can put all your emotion into the music and everyone's gonna feel that. Like, you go, like, you guys have been to symphonies, you guys have been like big orchestra concerts, and like you can feel like the movements and everything. Like, I mean, it's crazy. Like music moves people, and I mean, especially classical music. It's like you can, like, just like the dynamic range and like the emotion that everyone puts into it, especially the composers. It's just like it's insane, and you can feel that. And I think you can feel that in every single genre of music.
I've seen so many bands who don't know how to like solo on a guitar or play drums like insane. Like I don't know how to do a lot of things, but a lot of those bands have been like really important because they were so like emotional or they cared so much about what they were doing. It felt like it was important to at least them. And without emotion in music, like I don't any art really. I don't know if it would be as enjoyable.
Yeah, another thing is, I mean, don't let your skill level define you as a musician. Let your emotion define you as a musician. Because, I mean, I've only been playing for 4 years maybe. I mean, I've met so many drummers that like are way better than me. I've met so many musicians that are so much better than me. But like, I've met some that are like, that I know I have more emotion than, and like everyone like compliments me on my I mean, like you'll be complimented more for your emotion and your skill, because if you put all your heart into it, everyone's gonna feel that, and it's gonna be more powerful than someone who can solo for 10 minutes on doing something insane.
Well, it's kind of back to what you were saying about connecting directly with people. And that's why 2012, I mean, DIY could vote 20 years ago, right? This thing has been around for approaching 40 years, for God's sake, you know? And why? Because fundamentally, if you play emotionally, then you're playing honestly. You know, that's like, I was talking to Sean last night. It's like I can listen to a band's recording online and tell whether or not they're good guys. But you can.
Yeah.
Because if they're being honest, if they're being direct with you, then they're good guys. If they're hiding something, if they're emotionally kind of like this, you think, no, I don't know. They could be like really good players. And I've got one coming. I'll be quite honest. I told them the same thing. I got a band coming next month. Jesus Christ, they're really good. If I didn't know one of the people in the band, I wouldn't have booked it. Because I don't need another machine up there, shredding and doing amazing technical things or an amazing composition, but when they get off stage, they're assholes. But a band that plays with honesty, I know they're not an asshole. I know that because they trust themselves and they trust each other enough to be able to put it out there. So
Yeah.
it keeps music where it belongs, which is humans communicating with humans. Anybody else have a question for the guys or comment or anything? So,
I have one.
awesome.
Where did you get the idea to start all of this? Like, where did that idea come from?
Well, the idea's been around for a really, really long time. I mean,
Do you mean like us personally? Like,
Yeah.
where like we started with it?
Yeah.
Well, we've all been in. I mean, I've played music practically all my life, approaching like 19, 20 years or something like that. I was self-taught. My dad was a musician. He used to play all the time. I used to just go watch it. And I don't know. I've always just wanted to play music. Music's the one thing that's always called to me. And I was lucky enough to meet a few of the guys that I play with in high school, and we just ended up forming this ska band, kind of regularly, and we just met a bunch of kids who were doing the same thing, and we all basically met through the DIY scene, and it's evolved from ska reggae music to punk rock and screamo and hardcore, but
A lot of terms you guys don't know.
Yeah.
Like subdivisions of independent music.
yeah,
happen.
and basically we want people. Our biggest goal is to have people listen to our music, and yeah, we want to share as much music as possible. And,
I guess we all just, I mean, all of our histories of music are different. And we all just, at some point in our life, hit a point where it's like we just want to make music and share it with people, and you know, not have it be like polluted by money and stuff. So we all just kind of got together, and at some point, you know, just this happened. So.
And like we talked about, there's 20 years of positive examples for us. And if you're ever interested in those, I'm sure you can talk to him about that. He knows his music history. But at some point along, we probably all found this band that set like a really positive example for us. And we're like, that's something we want to do. And so we have varying histories, but I think that's the one thing we all have in common is that some really cool bands set a positive example for us, and we wanted to do that also.
Yeah.
What Johnny had, I'm too tired to really follow up on last night. Where do you come from?
me, what do I call me?
I mean, musically.
Well, for me, I grew up on like emotional music's been like in my life since I was like 7 years old. I listened to like blues, like my dad was in like blues bands since I was like, I don't know, like he came from a band, cause I grew up, I was born in Bosnia, he was in a band down there. We were like a rockabilly band. And then we came down here, and as far as I can remember, he's been in the band. And we've listened to like all kinds of blues, like B.B. King is like one of my favorites, Eric Clapton, like just all these amazing musicians, like Muddy Waters, that's like but like that to me, that's what got me into emotional music, is like watching my idols, his girls, guys, I even have more, I think there's a lot more on blues. I've played blues for like 7 years, but that's what got me started with this kind of scene of punk, screamo, like hardcore, like, cause all this stuff that we play is, I mean, to me is emotional things. Maybe kind of weird.
I want to follow up on something later, but first I want to say that magic word Fugazi was mentioned earlier. And a lot of kids don't know Fugazi. We talked about this last time. A lot of kids don't know Fugazi. You want to talk about Fugazi?
Always.
Fugazis are at least my favorite band.
Like to do that.
Some say they're like one of the most influential bands in this country. Last century. But I don't know. I've been listening to Fugazi since I was in school today. My brother listened to them, and I kick myself in the head for this every time. But when I was in like 5th grade, I was like really into skateboarding, right? And my brother was like, "Hey John, Fugazi's coming in town," and like this is the last time he came through, which was a long time ago. I was like, I kind of just want to go skate with my friends. And I shouldn't have done that. I got
Fugazi's probably the most influential band you've ever heard of. They're like, their music ethics and politics, the way they ran themselves, the way they conducted their music, was like really unique to me. But also just the music itself, like it spoke volumes for like their musicianship was just incredible. But they believed that like no touring show should have been like over $5. Everything should have been all ages. That means like no drinking, no drugs, no alcohol, and they believed in no violence at their shows. So everyone was encouraged to be involved and dance, but no fighting, no like getting like too rough or like out of control. I mean, it really goes on. I've heard stories about them turning down like insane contracts for a lot of money and a lot of benefits just so they could run the music the way that they had been doing it and the way they wanted to continue doing it. Which is, I mean, it's a real test of your values to be presented with something like that and decide that you're going to continue to run things the way you have been.
Yeah.
They're incredible.
Yeah, like during a lot of shows, people would get too rough and stuff, so they'd call them out. You know, if they didn't settle down, they'd usually kick them out and like give them their $5 back.
Just out of their pocket.
They never had merch, right? Like they didn't have T-shirts. Of course, they had like tapes and records and stuff to sell, but they didn't believe in like merchandise either, really. You know, they were completely DIY. But the cool thing is that I mean that just goes to show you that like really good music will still get around, and like I mean a lot of like big bands like Pearl Jam and stuff, like you'll see Pearl Jam covering their songs and stuff, and like it's just they're just really respected, you know. Everywhere, so.
Yeah, they also